What is going on YouTube? Hey, I'm back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. And I would also like to talk about the CPI data inflation that is coming out tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. So stay tuned. Right at about the time that you're watching this, the inflation data will be already available for everybody to watch. And it's going to have a massive, and I mean a massive impact, truly, that I believe, on cryptocurrency, as well as obviously the stock market. It is either going to cause a major correction to the downside, or the possibilities of a reversal to the upside here, really taking the market by storm and seeing reversals or dumps or swings to the upside. It's really hit or miss, but I do have a few articles that will hopefully solidify our thoughts and opinions on these markets. And I'd also love to hear what you guys think about the markets as we start to see, as I start to show you guys all this information here. Let me know in the comments what you think about the CPI. Do you think we're going to be higher than last month? Do you think we're going to be lower than last month? So on and so forth. December 13th, tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe, we'll get November data, which is important because these markets are kind of all over the place right now. As you can see, XRP, we did break bearish outside this. You can see this symmetrical triangle here. Typically, this does have a bullish bias. But we've stated on numerous occasions here why we would expect to see rejection because of this major downtrend here, and because of the moving average would most likely cause us to correct lower. However, we did fall down to support here. We haven't confirmed really a major correction here. I think that would really be below this 37-cent support here, but I am a strong believer that we are going to see a pull probably down to 30 cents here, a correction like this, and I think maybe that this could just be the beginning of the correction here. This could really be the beginning of the correction here, and I do still have bearish feelings about pretty much everything here. We're still sideways flatline trading within the what is this? The Ethereum's RSI, and within Ethereum's daily chart here, you can see the sideways movement here, and the RSI is flatlined out. Bitcoin as well, sideways trading, flatlined out. The S&P is seeing some interesting movements, which we'll talk about today, but I do have a few articles and things to talk about. But with that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. Super quick, guys, just wanted to give you an update. I do have, like I said, my second channel, which some of you guys have watched. I did drop this new video 3 days ago here. You can see it's actually doing extremely well, almost becoming one of my best ranking videos here at 2.7K views just 3 days ago. It's actually doing better than some of the videos I post on this channel, but we're at 957 subs, almost at, I believe, 1,000, which is one step towards getting me monetized, and I need 4,000 hours of watch time, which we're almost halfway there. But hopefully, and I'm hoping that this video could help me really put a notch in that requirement that I need here, because I'm at about, like, I think 18 or 14, no, I think maybe 1,500 hours, and I need 4,000. So there's a big leap. More than half of I've only hit less than half of it. I'm not even there yet. So lots to talk about here. But diving into the technical analysis and into today's video, just wanted to update you guys. This is on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. You can see December 2022, January 12th, we get, no, that's not right. Sorry. We get November 2022 on December 13th. So you can see this is tomorrow, December 13th. We're going to get the reference month, November 2022. We'll get the inflation data and stuff like that. Right now, everything's pretty much speculation. They do have some numbers out in regards to, other markets here, like the industry and retail and blah, 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 but not necessarily yet directly from the government here. And you can see Forbes, the coming CPI inflation report will be sketchy. So view media and market reaction skeptically. And I am a strong believer of here in regards to this month here. You can see the December 13th CPI, which comes out tomorrow at 8:30 a.m., should show a further inflation decline, which is good news. The problem is that the one number reading will sit atop a mixed bag of movements. Therefore, putting together a coherent explanation will take thought and time. Nevertheless, the media and markets will charge out of the gate, riding presumptive simplicity. There are two primary moving parts that make understanding the November report challenging. First, price drops. Certain areas of the economy had unusually large price run-ups based on special circumstances. Some have now entered reversal periods with declines. We can see the primary areas: energy with its 8% weighting, new car, used car, non-energy, and shipping. There is a serious problem with those price reversals, just as the abnormal gains skewed past inflation calculators, 9% inflation. The compensating price declines will push them abnormally lower, which is good. As an example, consider the difference between the two movements: a 6% rise declining to a 4% rise, a 10% rise followed by a negative 5% drop. Forgetting the compounding, both patterns average a 5% rise. However, the large and total 15% downshift in number 2 produces an exaggerated decline in overall inflation. The fallout from the occurrence could be a false sense of Federal Reserve success that causes a premature congratulatory loosening of sorts, which is talking about raising potential, raising the federal fund rate again, which they're actually expecting to see in December. When is the next federal fund meeting? So it says September, November 13th and 14th. Okay, so literally tomorrow and then Tuesday, we're going to have, tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to have the potential raise in the federal fund rate, which is what I'm expecting to see happen here. But we're going to get the overall CPI, food, energy, and then overall CPI minus food and energy, which is core CPI. So we're going to have these interesting movements here. But they're saying, this is just the pattern of how much it is. We're not going into that. So what economists are forecasting for November? According to Econo Day, the range seasonally adjusted forecast is 0.2 and to 0.5 with consensus of 0.3. Seasonally adjusted 0.3, 2% annualized. Conclusion of both, who knows? Clearly, to understand November, we need to spend the time and effort mixing price drops and seasonal adjustment increases, alters. So to repeat, look upon not giving us much, but we'll find out tomorrow what exactly we're dealing with here. But pretty much everybody is skeptical, and we're up and down, and they're saying that because we had major, irrational runs and price increases in cars and used cars and stuff like that, that we're going to see an unusual decline now, and that could cause a false pretense in the government, and people think that the government's doing a good job lowering inflation, that what they're doing with raising interest rates is working, but it might not be because they haven't done anything, because we were here, then we shot up to here, and now we're back down to the same overinflated level. Hopefully that makes sense. But we'll see how that affects the markets here. Do I think we're going to see the federal fund rate increase tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday? Yeah, I do. I am a strong believer that we're probably going to see another rate increase, another rate hike, but it's really 50-50 hit or miss as to where we're going to see this market move us to. You can see everything's down still yet again. We're down 1.79, slowly starting now to swing downwards here. And I do believe it's going to cause the rest of these markets to swing lower here. I don't know what that was doing. That was weird. Yeah. That's a glitch. But you can see for the most part, Bitcoin and Ethereum and BNB is down 1 to even Doge is down 8% here. Things are starting to slide lower. And I am a strong believer, and I've been saying that I am pretty bearish on pretty much all these cryptos here. And I do believe this is going to swing the markets down lower with it here. I do believe that very soon we might break through this and start to correct lower. As I've said numerous times here on XRP, we look bearish here. The fact is, we're once again retesting a major purple resistance here that we have continuously broken bearish from. You can see it clear as day here on this weekly chart that every time we retest this, we end up correcting lower here. And it's only a matter of time before we see the rest of it play out. So rejection, we went up, rejected the third time, fourth time, fifth time, and here we are possibly doing it again for the sixth time. So you can see as I zoom in, that we are starting to kind of play around with this again. We're getting very close. We're starting to honestly break bearish outside the symmetrical triangle here as we slowly start to reject off this top resistance here. There's a good chance we could fill in the gap here ever so slightly, but I do believe that once we confirm closing below 37 cents here, we are going to slide down to 33, if not down to 30 cents here, which isn't necessarily fun. Well, but we will be able to short it off of Bityard, the number one cryptocurrency leveraging exchange I like to use, because I offer XRP, which not many exchanges offer here. You can clearly tell that if I just quickly draw on the downtrend here, clear as day, and the uptrend here, clear as day. However we want to look at this, it's definitely that, but we could even draw it's more or less like a support. I don't know. I don't know how you want to look at this. Maybe it's like this. This could be one, but you can see sort of the formation that's taking place here. Maybe it is a downtrend, but you can clearly see the consolidation that broke is bearish here. So we could slide this up too if we really want and say, okay, maybe we did break this this symmetrical triangle here and we are starting to fall, or we could extend this out, put another horizontal line on bottom support and say, okay, maybe this is the support here. So it's either a descending triangle or it's a symmetrical triangle that broke bearish. We could probably, yeah, we already have that drawn on here, and that's where we're waiting truly for 37 cents to be broken before we, dump our money in and start making these, aggressive trades here. But obviously you could do it on Bityard. They do offer a demo account that will let you test your skills with 100K Monopoly money, zero risk, gives you skew 100K. You can see we made a little bit playing around with it, but there's a big chance that we are going to skew lower here, and that's really where my mindset is. If you want to check out Bityard, I do have a link down in the description. When you sign up, click mystery box and you can earn free crypto, and as always, it is free to sign up, which is also awesome here. Moving forward from XRP, you can see we are dealing with some uncertainty here the past couple of days. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days of just sideways movement. Very little volume, very little movement here, just flatlined out. This is boring and annoying here, but at some point this is going to cause a break. The sideways movement always breaks. Well, very little volume, very little volatility is unusual for these markets here, and they usually cause a big pop or a big dump. Obviously, what we're waiting for is if we can close the daily below support, we buy in for a short. If we can close above, we buy in for a long. Simply put, that was Ethereum. Same thing applies to stuff with Bitcoin. If we could close below, we expect to see a drop. If we can close above, we expect to see a rally up to $19,000, $20,000. It's very simple. Everything is flatlined out. Everything is trading at 50 on the RSI. Everything is trading sideways. It's only a matter of time before we see a pop, and tomorrow will most likely be that result. Same thing goes with the S&P, which should open up in about an hour here, but I do believe this is going to continue to drop lower here. That's where my opinion is. We broke bearish outside of here. There's a good chance it could cause a drop, but with the report that we just read saying there's an over-exaggeration of correction here that may look like we're doing better when we're really not, you could say, oh, yeah, we fell 1%, but ideally we're still up 6% in inflation, which is horrible here. It is, not necessarily something we can rely so heavily on, and you have to be skeptical about it here. But if that breaks us through here and we start to trend outside, there's so many variables. It's hard you can't predict this. We have to wait a little bit, and then I'll give you guys a better, outlook as to what we can expect. There's too many variables flying around. Once things become proof, we hear what tomorrow brings us, then we'll have a better, track record. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.